off. Well, give me one more. Welcome into episode 27-ish of the Run for the Roses podcast here on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. I am Ryan, Real Money / Digital Horseman Kramer, and joined by my side is the Chief Horse Officer of SGPN Stables and breeder of the season 29 Kentucky Derby champ, Mr. Scott Bowser. Scott, how we doing on this Thursday?
Great. I'm pumped, man. Been having some good results on the track today. Pumped to want to just start there with our guys' run here.
Yeah, so real quick, I'll give you a tease of the show to come. We have a pretty loaded show, of course, as per usual on week 3. We'll end with the Turf Classic. I believe the race goes off at 5:30 Pacific, so a little bit more than 50 minutes from now. We'll have bets on that, of course. We also will take a quick look at Bubble Watch. Maybe that's what we lead off with after we take a look at one of our contenders. And then I think the bulk of the show, breeding, and more breeding. We'll show you some of the studs that we have that have been getting bites. We'll talk through some decisions we have in the breeding world. And I'm sure Bowser has some other bits of wisdom and information he wants to share. And as per usual, Bowser, it is a football. I want to say a football Friday, but it is a football week. So we will have a bonus. We'll call it a bet parlay. So we'll give something out at the end. Maybe
we'll just pick 2 props and we'll build a same game parlay around it all.
We'll figure something out. And and for those watching live, Thursday Night Football kicks off in an hour. For those who are interested, my first touchdown plays are. This is hot information right now. People are very interested in my TDs.
Casino owners are chomping at the bits for this info.
Somewhat, there is truth to that story. I'm playing the Vegas defense at 50-1. I'm playing the Broncos defense at 27-1. I'm playing Lockett at 40-1, and I'm playing Troy Franklin at 9-1. All right. I'm also sprinkling no touchdown. So
know what? I got in on all that too, but you know what I did? I saw Troy Franklin was at plus 750 at my book. All right. I actually swapped him out for Evan Ingram.
You dog.
And I got him at like plus 1700 or whatever. So that's how I rolled. No, actually, I think it was plus 1200, but a 2 kind of looks like a 7. You know what I mean? Like.
All right. Sorry. Desk was breaking, making sure nothing fell over. Anyway, so loaded show. Just a lot to talk about. We've been doing a lot in our stable. We've kind of been since we've last talked about stars and some of our new theories. We've done a lot to list a bunch of horses. So great, quick note to mention that if you are wondering what we're doing, what we're talking about, it is Photo Finish Live. It is the digital horse game. It is very deep, multi-layered. You can play it. You can bet it. You can own the track. You can own the horses. You can breed the horses. You can race the horses. You can do all of it. And you can get started for no cost. Scan the QR code in the corner. Head over to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/turf club. Use the code SGPN when you sign up for your stable and you get access to Turf Club. And we have this week given out more access to the Turf Classic, the free roll you're going to see later on in the show. We've also given out some free horses. And I'm sure since it's breeding season that Bowser will be providing some consult to some Turf Club members on potential blood packs and breeding opportunities. So use the code SGPN, get in Turf Club. It's where it's at, where the party started. And we are in the early stages of talking to another consortium about maybe merging. We'll see.
Yeah. Got all that.
So anyway, lots to get to.
Shout out to everybody from Solana Mobile, the new players that have been joining up. A lot of new stables and stuff. Very exciting time in the game. Just for for anybody right now. We just went through and listed a lot of 0 and 1 year olds. So they're unraced, obviously. And some of them have pretty good blood combos. I'm not gonna lie, but all the S, it's like 30. I counted it. It's 30 S pluses and 1 S. So the S pluses are all listed at $10 each, and the S is listed at $5. Yeah, we're just kind of trimming back thing. We're recalibrating. We're doing making some moves, and so yeah, have at it, people.
Yeah, I think like we kind of discussed on an earlier show, the big takeaway from me is that now that we've gotten to where we're at, where we have a better idea of how to discover horses and how to process them, we need to do a better job of pre-race processing of horses and filtering. And even if we miss or sell a horse that ends up being good, which there's definitely that's certainly well within the range of outcomes. And so it's more just about, like Bowser said, not over committing to the race volume when you don't need to, when it's a percentages game. We know that all these horses aren't going to hit on the track, and we want to sell some good ones and some not good ones, because in the end it will prevent us from over committing.
I feel like there's a lot of good potential breeding pieces in here for a new stable that wants to get into that. So you can, like, put it this way. There's a lot of these fillies we listed are the kind of things I would have been very interested in 6 months ago.
Oh, I mean, if we had a small stable, I would be interested in them tomorrow. I think if like when we got in the game, it was a different fucking hustle.
Yeah,
and it was a different phase of the game. And now it's more just about, like, in all the categories that we're racing to compete at the top. And that was different 6 months ago. And so anyway, so lots of opportunities. Again, get in the turf club, get in the game, photo finish. And so Bowser, we right before the show started, we had, and this maybe ties into Bubble Watch, so we'll just call this Bubble Watch.
Yeah. That's what I was hearing. This was gonna be a nice organic segue here.
And so we had, and let's just watch the race. Let's have some fun.
So our game manager, our first sprinter, who's been a contender in qualifiers and whatnot. As you see, he's down there in the 7 horse. He's only an S plus, which is very rare that S pluses do well in sprints. But dude, this horse just has something. And you see his 86 fleet figure there. It's no joke. He's butted over 90 multiple times. And I believe one was off preference. And this race is off preference for him too. He's 2-star firm. But watch him on this soft track, man. He is just something else.
If I could also chime in, I also racing this horse, I in the beginning thought this was more of a 5-6 horse, and from my limited experience with sprinters, I haven't found too many that are good at 4 through 6, and so that's what we're finding here with Game Manager.
Yeah,
and so the finish is always there every race.
Like, even if he's way in the back of the, it's all about whether he gets that start or if he's up with the leaders, like he was in this one. Because when he's got that late burst that just comes on, and I mean, man, he turns it on there. This is a grade 2 win, coming in under 45 seconds, dude, at 4 furlongs. That's very impressive, dude.
And I love the look of and again, like off preference. This is a 2-star firm horse. We'll take a look at it. Getting 15 qualifying points. We'll pull up the standings in a second. 89, if my vision is.
Yeah, you are spot on there. Look at his career so far too. 5 wins, 6 places, 3-star shows in 28 races now. I mean, he's having a nice little run for us. Obviously, you want these horses to peak in their age 3 season when they're eligible for the big money majors. So, yeah, this is great.
And you want to talk about an aging curve. I
actually showed this to my girlfriend the other day. I was like, hey, so this horse, I just want to show you what a good graph on this game looks like. And I showed this. She's like, holy shit. It's just like,
and you can see, even with this distribution, it's like, it's a weird, I guess the more that I look at it, the more that it is primed for 4 versus 6. But this horse, obviously, to me, this horse has elite heart. SS and the dad, only S in the I think that's where obviously we got we hit something, because the heart is there and the finish is also there.
Well, I think we definitely got they're both SS minus speed and start, and speed and start for these horses. So I wouldn't be surprised if one of those up rolled to an S from both parents, Or
I always think it's fun to look at the breed report. So it's Revenge Gift. Is that the dad?
Revenge Gift and I forget who the mom was.
Turning Stone.
Turning Stone. Yeah.
So this is what the report shows us. And knowing, like, just watching the horse on the track, I'll tell you it's got finish. There's definitely an up roll and finish. Maybe there's nothing in stamina because, you know, we're running, it's obviously a sprinter, but hard to imagine we don't have SS minus start speed, finish, and heart, something close.
Yeah.
And then obviously we clearly got a good temper roll. I mean, the temper outcome should have been an S minus. It's not an S minus. I'll tell you that right now. This horse isn't hitting every. Let's pull the.
Well, yeah, that's what I wanted to say here because this kind of goes into the bubble watch stuff. Because this horse is like I've noticed in the last few races it kind of hits every other race, so it just hit.
So maybe the temper is low, but it's not as low as it could have been. But the ceiling, ceiling is insane.
89 first, and then an 83.6, 92 second, 78.8. 91st, 81.6, 88 first, 85th. See, there's a pattern here. So do we just run it until we get one of those low points and then we wait till the major where it's coming off where we get the dud out of the way?
Man, I don't know. That's because it went a long stretch after winning early where it wasn't that good at all. Where look at 4, 7, 5, 5, 7, 3, 11, 5, and then back to winning.
And then it's back to.
But I mean,
So we talked about this before, though. We kind of knew we had. Anytime a horse busts a 80 in its first 3 races, well, I feel like we have something there.
But then I ended up running it in the redemption because I was like, what the heck?
Yep.
It did fine, even though it was at 7 furlongs, probably a little too long for it. Then we go try the 5 up. It's going to be able to perform here. We go back into some stakes, poke around, try to G1, got a 4th. Okay. Now we're going to try to qualify. We're starting to, okay, this horse has heart. Like at this point, once we were able to push it a second time at this in the G1 and quick aside, when you're able to push something into a G1, you test the heart differently than a G3 or a G2. I don't know what it is, but I've noticed this. And so as soon as that race happened, I knew that this horse had maximum potential because you just, if you're not good and you don't have a heart, your horse is just going to tank in a G1.
Yeah.
Almost certainly going to tank, even if it has temper and has some of the other stuff. And so
speaking of G1s, it then qualifies for the G1 Rising Stars in its 2-year-old season and finishes 3rd. So
correct.
So we know we kind of have something here.
No, wait, no, Bowser. Sorry. No, Bowser, you're incorrect. It was so competitive, we did not qualify.
It was the undercard.
No, this was just a race we paid for.
Oh,
yeah, we didn't qualify for anything. In hindsight, I may have fucked up the undercard. I think what I did was I put it in the free roll, but we had qualified for the undercard, and I didn't get scratched until it was too late. Obviously they went final, and so but we did not qualify for the free roll, and so maybe I gambled like we were close, and I was like I'd rather go for the big dog prize, and so. But yeah, I mean, regardless of that blunder on my part, the existence of these 2 data points of third place and a 4th place in G1s where it showed respectable form. At that point, it's like, okay, well, we're obviously going to push this once it ages up, and it did, and we had early success, which is always nice because you get right up to the top of that points leaderboard. But then it was, we get a little bit of a drought, and then the horse has just gotten hot over the last half of the season.
But we've seen it now kind of do this every other race run here. So like, I was like, this is my controversial take for how to approach the major. Because we know we're in the major here, dude. I mean, we know, dude, we won a G1 this season with it in these qualifiers. Like, if you look at the points, what are we, number 2 on the leaderboard? Yeah, we are in.
So if we look at the qualifiers, we'll be running in the G1 on Saturday afternoon.
Yep.
No brainer. Now, just going down, and so your idea is like, hopefully we can get to a place where we have a bad performance before the major. Is that the goal?
Yeah. We want to just we want to fucking, it's like jerking off before a date, right? You want to get the bad energy out. I haven't been single in a long time. You get the bad energy out.
Who knows what that's like?
You gotta clean the pipes, dude. Just like in Something About Mary, So maybe I'm just basing this on like the last like few wins, or like the last, like, it's been kind of wild. The high benchmark. So it's like, okay, if it shits the bed next race, do we just wait until the major?
No.
Okay.
Here's why. We're going to be skipping this one. We're going to have two. I mean, dude, we have
Monday's the big G1 day. So yeah.
But here's the way, because they have the Friday G1s too. We only have 3 races left. So we're going to be running in 2:30 p.m. on Saturday. We're running in the G1. It's 5 furlongs, 0%. Then a day later, we're going to run in the G2.
This looks perfect then, because if every other thing holds out, then the next good race would be the major if we do these G1s and the G2.
Yeah, so this G2 is the next race, and then on 11-9, it's not a compatible race for us, where there's no point in running in an 80% race, and so we'll skip that and we'll just jump into. I guess we could run in this one. So yeah, we have 4 races left, and then the final G1. I mean, this horse is just profitable. There's no point to not run it, even with your superstition.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Even with your witchcraft. So anyway, let's start with the sprint then. First season,
and I agree. You run them as many times as possible, and they're profitable. I totally agree on that. I just thought that trend was pretty funny, and I'm like, all right, well, we got there's some data here.
Oh wow, look at this. We got a lot. We got what are these real people in the chat?
I think so. I'm not
interesting. Interesting. All right. So but yeah, so looking at the leaderboard, I mean, first time for us down here. I think in some regard we didn't. If you had told me that we were going to be able to qualify an S+ in the sprint in dominant fashion, I would have been like, no way.
Yeah, no, it's dude, it's competitive there. Like, it's no joke. I would say sprints are the most competitive part of the game.
Yeah, and perhaps we just got a classic uproll to something that probably maybe should look like an SS-, but it's only an S+. Yeah. I mean, the way in some ways this is this is maybe the strongest horse we've ever run in terms of the peak performances. I think. Yeah.
And you look at the overall fleet figure. I mean, 87. That's ridiculous, dude. That's really good for us.
But specifically, you see this crescendo here right at the right time. So it's making me feel very optimistic that this horse has, some glory. And I mean, 172K at this point in a career is quite nice.
Yeah, so, look at the ledger on him. I mean, he's up a good chunk here because these races aren't cheap to enter. But yeah, dude, he's up 32K, dude. That's a very nice ledger right now, and he has a chance to do a lot more for us.
Yeah, so we'll be in the sprint for the first time. That's exciting.
Yeah, I want to take a look at the Gallop and the Derby too.
Yeah, let's. You get to watch me clunk around the site and find stuff. Go.
The good stuff. That's what everybody's tuning in for.
I will say they've been making some kind of visual changes. And again, remember, we're closing the show out with the Turf Classic. We'll hop over there shortly to get some bets in before the polls close in 24 minutes, Bowser?
Yeah, so we got
a couple minutes. We'll quickly get through Bubble Watch, then we'll make some bets, and then we'll talk about breeding until the race. How's that sound?
that sounds perfect.
How do we not? Did I not select left dirt? This is very embarrassing on my part. All right, so we got the Gallop. And unfortunately, we will not be. I'm gonna just double check that. Yep. So this is our best bet in the Gallop, and so we are nowhere near. We're on the outside looking in on the undercard. From where I was poking around and just the couple races we have been in, I will say the SoCal fleet is very strong this season. As you can see, Bowser.
Yeah.
Four current qualifiers. YSM has 3. Seems like a return to form. Now it is fitting that they return to form in a season where we are not there. Also worth noting, we've got GVG and Tombstone in the mix, which is kind of nice. We haven't seen them in too many of the majors we've qualified for over the last couple seasons. So good to see them back. And then you got some barns we haven't seen. Fog Farms and Racing. Haven't seen a ton of them on the left side. Golden Boot, we've seen them, but good to see them qualifying.
Bourbon Riders, I believe that's a newer one too that we haven't seen up here. So
yeah, it's always good. Always good to see new blood. And shout out to Pootie's Glue Factory. Great name.
Yeah.
And then the Derby, which still remember the smell of the air on that fateful Saturday when we won the Derby, Bowser.
Oh yeah.
Now again, we're not having a good season with the stayers either. In general, this 3-year-old crop leaves a little bit to be desired.
But game manager can make it all.
Yeah, of course. We got all it takes is one. And again, thing that stood out to me, and we've welcomed the new stables in, but you look at that diversity of stables here at the top, Bowser. Yeah. This is not always like that. I mean, we're not that many seasons removed from YSM having a complete podium lockout on the Kentucky Derby. So, shout out to the regulars, Absolute Horsepower, Tombstone, Guy, Given, Stable, a lot of the same folks,
Sam Bree's another good one up there.
A lot of the same folks, but it's good to see a little bit of everything, right? So, and a good time to, and by the way, we were in a race early, I think, against this horse, and it just absolutely smoked. I think we might have been in this race, maybe not this one, but a 95 Bowser. I wanted to flag this and show this to you.
Whoa.
Yeah. So something
too, because usually the fleet figures and the sprints tend to be a little higher.
So look at the Law of the Dial, who we've used, Sprinter Sacre, who is in Game Manager's bloodline.
Yeah.
Pet Richer, who we of course have used.
Hold on just a second.
What happened? Where are you going? Oh, you're leaving? All right. So anyway, I just always got to show respect to some of these monster.
I got it. Sorry.
All right. So
I gotta get back to the show. I thought it was an emergency.
So I mean, my God, this.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, that's all right. I was just looking at this 95 fleet figure. I mean, talk about. I want to see how bad the race is.
Well, and dude, so speaking of 95 fleet figure and fast times and whatnot, we realized yesterday we were doing some number crunching, and we have the 10th fastest time in the history of the Kentucky Derby with our champion. He's ready to gig.
That is true.
And he did it off preference. But what we noticed too was on the list, there was a few horses that were in the top 10 that did not have a Kentucky Derby win. And so we realized they had one of the top 10 times in history, but finished second to some of the top 5 times in history.
Isn't that? I mean, can you imagine that? Just have it's like,
oh man, like literally a historic run. Like.
All right, so let's. Anyway, so yeah, we'll great time to promote that we will be.
I'm glad I remember to bring that little tidbit up because that was a fascinating thing we discovered yesterday when we were going through some shit.
We will be live next Saturday.
Yep.
For the Derby. My location is very TBD, so I could be coming to you from a car again. Who knows? Could be coming from the side of the road, maybe a truck stop.
You know, I was possibly going to go down to the river that next weekend, but I would be back early Saturday morning. So no big
yeah, we'll figure it out. Even if we're both on remote location, coming to you mobile, there will still be time to get some action on the ponies, watch all the races. If you've never tuned on,
in a pontoon boat on the Colorado, do it live from there.
If you've never tuned in on a Derby Saturday, basically just us betting on and watching a bunch of races. So
yep.
And we will only have one horse in a race, so that generally brings us more focused on handicapping the other races and not just betting on our own horses.
Yeah, we actually have a good plan for our handicapping this time too. Which
all right, so we have the SGPN Turf Classic, of course, goes off in about 28 minutes, but the betting window closes in 17 minutes. Do you want to? Should we rattle through the horses real quick and decide who we're betting on?
So we got Silver Singer.
Oh, real quick. It is a 11 furlong race this season, yielding. And of course it is turf. So let's see if everyone followed the instructions. We're playing the standard allowance rules, 2 pounds per grade from A all the way up to S plus. Bowser, go.
So we got Silver Singer from Giboy's Racing Firm. I love the LTF, by the way, classy move. Then we got Jaleon C from Wild Card. Man, I'm horrible with these names this week, guys. I'm so
you
sorry.
got it. You're better than I am.
Yeah, Cammy of Carpentry from Fix Early Bird Timing.
Got some new stables in here, Bowser.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Fox on the Gold out of yours truly, SGPN Stables, and this is one to keep an eye on.
I would say not our best horse in the race.
No, it's not. But it's not our worst horse in the race, maybe with this weight handicap. So, I Am Destruction from PGA Stables. Shout out to PGA.
Very kind words on the internet the other day. Shout out to PGA Stables.
That was really nice. I really appreciate that. Yeah, that was great. And also, this horse looks like it could be definitely live in this race. I gotta say.
Yeah, got some stars.
Yeah, definitely. So we got a bell cow out of SGPN Stables. We got another entry in here. Then we got Blood Phantom from Terra Firma Farms. I believe Terra Firma has won a turf classic.
Yes. And one of these days we're gonna make the spreadsheet.
Yeah, we are. Yeah. More gas a go from Lion Shark Racing. You know, we really need to do that. I might do that.
That's a great homework assignment.
Supersonic Boom from Valkyrie Racing said, shout out to Lacey. Big fan of a lot of the horses that she's got going on over there in that stable.
Yeah, if you've been paying attention to the odds, this is a good number.
That's a very good number. Yep. It's a little chalky. Next up is Trujillo from Puerto Rico stable. Very interesting. See, and we talked about the weight distribution in these, but yeah, these S horses I think kind of have a little bit of an edge in this. If
you need SS minus is the window, in my opinion.
Sherman T. Potter. That sounds like a district court judge in Louisiana that rules against people being able to use certain public facilities, if you know what I mean. But anyway, that's out of Sweetwater Stable. Shout out to Sweetwater. I'm just busting balls. And then Is My Victory Song, which might be our best horse in this race.
We completely tanked this race. This horse is a monster. This is one of the best horses we've ever had in our stables. We're coming for another crown here. You can see other people have bet on us already, Bowser.
Yeah. Well, here's the interesting thing about this horse. This horse has competed in the stakes races for the Harbor Classic, which at S grade is absurd.
Yeah, look at this.
Like that it's pretty impressive, some of the stuff it's done.
It won a restricted Harbor Classic qualifier under 30K earnings.
Yeah.
With an 84 fleet figure, and then a regular stakes 2.4K entry came in third. I mean, pretty solid stuff there.
Yep. So it has, this horse definitely has the potential to outkick its coverage. I'll say that.
And it's an S, so we get the weight boost.
You get the weight boost. Yep. Keyboard Queen from the Hot 27. I love that name. That's great.
It's great.
Cheeto from Arch Royal Family. Now,
right turf. Hello.
Firm. Yeah, this is bold. A 9-star RTF horse in this thing. Very interested to see. And it's an S-, so it's got the weight.
Yeah.
The -4 pounds. Yeah, this is very interesting. Jess the Mess, another good name from Guff Farm. You guys are really killing it with these names here.
Great coat.
Yeah, that is a great coat, dude. That looks like if I was gonna name that horse, it'd be like liquid cocaine or something like
nice.
That. But yeah, maybe we'll find a name for the use for that name somewhere.
Well, it's like Jalen Coker is gonna go off this week. Call it the Cokehead.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Cokehead makes the turn.
Drop of Midnight from Blue Ribbon Bandits. That's a cool.
Also a dope. Yeah. This is a S- are definitely in the mix.
Hey, I just want to give a shout out to Nikki Betts in there. Love this in you guys. My brother passed last year, and I'm still trying to find his horses. I enjoy seeing you guys do this, like he did. Reach out, DM us, and we'll try and figure out a way to get into his stable or whatever for you. We might be able to help you out with that. So reach out.
Yeah, DM me at Kramer Centric. We'll get you connected to someone who can maybe help.
Yep. So, but I appreciate the thoughts, Nikki, and sorry to hear about your brother. Yeah, that's tragic. Glory, all the smoke from Blinkers On. Very good preferences on this horse, man. People really are understanding the assignments here, right?
They're getting better. All right. So in my opinion, we have a horse that's just way better than all the other horses.
Yeah, that's all of them, right?
Well, yeah, that's all the horses. 17 this week. And to me, Is My Victory Song is the bet. I haven't looked at the pool at all.
I mean, I was gonna say that's the one I was gonna fire some bets on for us.
So it looks like they juiced it with $1 per horse. So I would say we should play the win on Is My Victory Song for like $5.
All right.
We got to scoop it all. So whatever it takes to scoop it. Well, scoop most of it, I guess. We're going to tank the odds. It's going to be excellent.
I know you love doing that. So,
and then, so we'll come back in 15 minutes or so and watch the race. 20 minutes.
Is My Victory Song. Do we want to sprinkle Fox on the Gold at all?
If you want to sprinkle our other two horses, I'm okay with that. But I would probably sprinkle the.
I remember a time not too long ago. I think it was last season's.
The one that I thought was going to win.
Sucked. Won the thing.
You know what, Bowser? Why don't you pick one? I picked. I'll take my judgment out of it.
Just sprinkle $1 each on the other horses.
Okay. Just so we win something.
Yeah, and if we win it, then we're gonna win that a good chunk of that 5 that we already, I know how this works. We'll win our own money back.
Yeah, pretty simple. All right, so and by the way, I think, Game Manager is very quickly going to end up in the top 10 of earners in our stable.
Oh yeah, no, that horse, dude. And I say we run it as a 4-year-old for sure for the high court, dude.
Well, that's good with me.
Let's keep profits profitable. That's the dumbest thing I maybe have ever said on the show. And I've said a lot of stupid shit. Speaking of Commandant, man, he's been moving some stud covers to people outside the outside our stable. He checks a lot of boxes here, right? He's got 7 stars. He's an SS-. He won when he was on the track. He finished 3rd in the major. I mean, there's a lot to like here.
Yeah, best thing we can show you is he qualified for the Gallop and finished 3rd. Nice cash there at the end of the career. Also was a very consistent horse.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll notice there's very few races where he got his ass kicked. And so, yeah, I mean, I think good place to start because one, it's at the minimum. There are 9 covers left. As Bowser mentioned, we weren't expecting people to be coming after Commandant. So what do you think people see in this horse?
I'm not gonna say I was expecting people to come after it, but I thought like this was kind of our canary in the coal mine here or something, where it was like, all right, if people are going to start coming after our suds to a degree, I think it's going to be this horse because, like I was telling you, I'm like, it checks a lot of boxes. It's won money. It finished well in a major. It has 7 stars total. It's an SS minus. Like, it doesn't have a super repressed trait. It's pretty flat across the board there. So there's a lot to work with his bloodline, I feel.
I mean, and the bloodline's good, right? The Grammy Rigatoni through Fazzoletti, Little Star, like we know that's a winner. We got Casino, Morning Wood product. I mean, it's strong.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, Thug Passion, dude, was one of the early dominating, but I do think it's we should probably reassess how we view. I mean, obviously, we know Casino line is good, but like. Okay, I'll put it this way. Because the game has gotten so much better so fast the last few seasons, right? The horses are getting better and better and better at the top. How far do you want to be removed from Casino now?
You mean so you don't have to, you're clean of Casino? Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. Like, because I feel like you don't really like, I mean, if it's the grandpa, fine, but like, because this is Casino's last season, and shout out to the commish. I always like doing business with them on the breed stuff. But to me, like Casino's one of the best studs in the history of the game. But is he worth the cover in season 24 when we're seeing a lot of his grandkids and great grandkids be great? And like, how do you get there? Basically, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's like Casino, if he raced right now, wouldn't be as good as when he raced back then. In his time.
Certainly has created a lot of kids. I think with all of the commission's horses, he was such a master marketer that, in some ways, were his horses good, or did he just get the sample large enough?
Japan in the house, dab time. Shout out to our boy.
Shout out to Japan. So yeah, I mean, I obviously we've had success with Casino line. To your point, right? That permissiveness. And with Commandant, to your point on what makes him attractive, Casino's pushed almost out.
All
of the big stuff's pushed out, or very close to being pushed out. And so, but even then, I'm still a little surprised at how, without any sort of marketing on our part, how we sold a couple covers here. So I wonder if this guy will sell out.
He might, I kind of want to see. It'd be nice if he does, but I do feel like, yeah, him being in a minimum definitely helps here, right? But like,
oh yeah, definitely.
But because if he would have sold out in 30 minutes, I would have been like, okay, we should have put him in for more. But the way they're flowing in, I feel like the minimum was fair for this, like just compared to the market.
And so as these additional covers are coming in, it made me, oh my God, I just realized the game is constantly improving. And I have not noticed this, but they created an upcoming race tab in your stable. Oh. I love that. And of course the series tab is great, cause you can see how you're doing. But, sorry, quick aside, but I was driving home late last night and I was thinking about how Commandant people were interested in Commandant.
I thought of this, and I thought of this too already. And what I was just saying about how minus 110 wouldn't be as good now. And so like,
yeah,
so she was our previously best gallop runner. She had done the best, most damage, finished third in the gallop, just like Commandant did. But notice the age gap. It's a 16 season age gap. A lot has happened in this game in 16 seasons. And so I mean, Okay, I'm down to do this. I'll go on full record, but I'm gonna fucking lay out the case why we don't do it for devil's advocacy.
I
right?
like this. Why don't we do it?
Okay, first off, the floor. Look how, dude, we could end up with a lot of A plus in this blood. You know, we could end up with multiple A plus traits. That kind of scares me off here a little because if you look at her bloodline, since she's so much older, she still has some green great grandparents and stuff. And that I'm not saying that we're gonna catch that. There's probably a low percentage, but that's on the table, right? Like, so one thing I don't like about this breed report is the fact that we're probably not getting a chance at an SS minus. And if we're going to breed with our own SS minus, especially one that might sell out, is it worth it for us to do this? Okay, like what's better for us? For us to collect the stud fee we'd get off it, or for us to spend the stud fee that we would pay for, you know? And that's in this particular situation. Because at the end of the day, it is our two highest earners in this funnel, right? Distance funnel. But like I would say Mona Lisa Smile's a better horse than -110, right? I mean, just it's as you know, it just got better grades. It competed at a tougher era. It just didn't have the finish and quite the career that -110 did. It was close though, you know.
Yeah, I completely agree with that logic, but I'm willing to be reckless when it comes to like just it's like the every time we have compatible pairs of champions, I'm always going to be interested in smashing them together a couple times.
For that reason, I'm down to do it. But what I'm saying is, like, we can't treat these as equals because they both finished third in the Gallop. It's 16 seasons apart.
Oh, of course not. Yes.
We
Gotcha.
treat that as these dollars earned from side A are equal to the dollars earned on side B. It's not, because it's a degree of difficulty involved here.
So yeah, I thought my thoughts outside of like the context of how they were when they raced and how the scale is moved on. I would say
I think we should probably get like closer to a flat S plus here, right?
Well, like I guess what I was saying, what became interesting to me the more that I looked at this was one, obviously the complementary star combinations providing.
Well, okay, here's another pushback I'm going to have on that, because I actually did some research into this today. Because we have a very good sample size of -110, look at her kids' stars. Because we have not gotten good star rolls for the most part with her.
Oh,
so the idea that we're gonna get the star roll we want out of these two might not be there based on the data we've seen.
Yeah, I'm just purely saying the puzzle pieces fit, right? The 2 for Kaminat goes with the 3 for -110. The 2 for
first glance, it's perfect. You're right. Yeah, until you look at her offspring and how many, and if you look at the breed report again, go to that breed report, look at the star range there. Because she's got so much variance in the stars in her bloodline, the lowest it'll go is 2 on the left, but it could go down to 1.5 dirt and all the way down to a 1/2 star firm. That's weird considering where they're both at, right?
It's certainly producing more of I would say the whole breed report is producing a lot of variance, where I almost like a surprising amount, because like as scary as the floor is, the ceiling for almost every trait being at the SS range is remarkable. And so yeah, I'm with you. But like if I was going to complete my thought on the why the matching seemed interesting to me, was that they're both relatively flat grades. Their subgrades don't really vary too far off what their cosmetic grade is. They're all basically the same. With a little bit of variance, and they all and with that type of flatter grade, they still were performing at a high level.
Yep.
And so I think that tells me that the subgrades are probably closer to the top of the range than the bottom of the range.
Now check out her kids though, because it is really, when I went into the weeds on that early, I did it on my my lunch break today and stuff. But like, because we talked about yesterday he and I were on the phone, we had a Zoom call, we were going through a bunch of horses, but we were basically trying to like we were looking at everything over 5 left, like turn and surface, and everything under 5 turn and surface. And if you look, she has not produced a lot over
Oh, I'm actually going to disagree with. All right, so we got 5.5 with pick 3.
Okay, but I'm saying at the
okay, S plus,
like at the
got
higher,
it.
you know, like
4.5 here.
She has done okay on the lower end stuff to a degree, but it's like it seems like another 4.5, 3.5.
Chart Cybertruck would be a good example of a positive,
a very good one. Yeah.
Totally. And it turned out to be maybe better at breeding than racing, so that's an interesting note.
And his dad was Casino, for the record. we were just talking about.
So I see your point. I still think here one of the horses we listed. I guess here's one of those S pluses, maybe with undesirable stars.
I'm surprised that she's only produced 1 star with her 3 left. Has only passed on to 1, I believe. And covert operation 2. Okay, but I thought that would translate better, like in the grand scheme of things. And so with his 2 star there, I mean, if we get the middle 2.5, I'd be great, you know. But I'm just saying, like I said, I'm laying out because I'm down to do this, but I'm laying out the devil's advocacy why we're gambling on this one, you know, and kind of.
Oh yeah, and there's a reason why it's in the like we've already done our main breeding. Like everything your plan has already been executed. Yeah. This is like once a season I do this where I put something together and I send it to Bowser and I'm like, oh, this looks fun. And it's usually based on horses I had fun racing.
I'm not even saying the full star up roll everywhere. Let's just keep it with her firm, but we get his dirt and her left. This becomes a really interesting horse, you know, on the full. But what I'm worried about is ending up with like an A+ trait and a shitty star roll, and it's just like, Yeah,
I'm willing to gamble on 1 or 2 of these, especially because we're not doing anything with -110. Also, that's the thing that makes it easier.
Now, I will say on the plus side here, just aesthetically, having 2 horses that have won in the 6 figures and both very profitable, that finished 3rd in a major, it looks good to the outside observer. But like we said, I'll say this: my expectations are going to be very low for this horse, despite its lineage.
Oh, I like that. You're going to neg this horse. I like it.
I'm not negging it. I don't think we're going to get the right. I don't see it. If it hits S+, I'm not sure it's going to hit the higher part. I don't know. And I'm concerned about the stars.
Okay. I agree. I still think we do it. Very fun. Another horse of ours that sold a cover.
Dutch auction. You want to just fire that right now while it's on screen?
Yeah.
So it's in, and now we'll see. Because the whole time I was like, well, yeah, no, they both finished 3rd of the fucking thing. We should just do it, you know?
Come on. The symbolism.
Also, it's like I'm trying to use our new logic that we've been using and applying it to everything, and not just doing, because like I said, dude, there's a big difference between making a major in season 17 and in season 33. There's a huge fucking difference.
All right. So Dutch auction was one of our kind of surprise reveals. Did not show any.
Remember when you said, "Oh man, I fucking didn't run this right" when we had the reveal, because we were like, "Oh, this could," but with the stars, maybe not. You know, maybe it wouldn't. Maybe it would have been disappointed with those grades. But it's got good enough stars with these grades where if you breed it with something with stars, it's cooking.
And I think, kind of a really surprising reveal, seeing that this was a +4. I'm doing that right. And so very strong subgraded horse here. Also in at the minimum.
I would say this horse is like, you can almost look at it as an SS-, as like on the subgrade level.
Yeah, and it's got a sick coat too. So you get that with it. Let's see.
Yeah, it's first full there that we had with it last season.
Oh yeah, we're if you want to, this is a base.
We have it listed for 800. Philly, solid bloodline. I just didn't get the star roll I wanted on this one. Right, that's basically it. But Dutch Action and our other horse, look at which she has some very good heart too here, which we might have seriously. This horse might have a lot of heart.
This could be a great steal for someone to pick up, if I'm being honest.
No, it totally can, because especially if you just pound this with the best like 8-star horse you can find or whatever, dude, you're gonna get something good.
Well, and this is where that bargain kind of discounted breeding strategy can also work, where you come at this with a really like Bowser saying, a high star S horse, and you come in backwards. Also, that can be a way to inject the stuff, because the subgrades are most likely above the water, so you can take a small hit on the subgrades from the S with the strong stars. Yep. And save money on the breed. All right, so we were looking at this because Dutch Auction has sold a cover. Always fun to see the horse that's breeding with it. So interesting.
This was really interesting because I think in this case they might have been really trying to double down on that stamina.
Yeah, I think so. And of course, whatever the bloodline certainly can help. But I mean, this is anything you want to say about the bloodline here?
No, I mean, it's coming from Last Shadow. I mean, we have some Last Shadow blood throughout our stable too. So the problem with like Last Shadow and Last Night, like, okay, some of these horses that were around at this time, some of these studs, like look, you see age 20, age 15, you could get away with lower stars if you were really good S plus or SS minus at that time in the game. Right now, you can't.
Yeah.
And so if we've learned anything, we've learned that. So
some turf in the background here too, some soft. It's very
it's
very
like baseball, right? You have the dead ball era, you have the steroid era, and that's what we have to do when evaluating these bloodlines and horses, of how did that horse do again, because you can only compete against your competition at that time. I hate it when people try and compare guys from different eras. So, and it's so easy to do that with this game, start trying to lump them all together, but we really need to take it all within context.
First half owners, of course, who we bought, sister of D-Gen's only, one of our great champions, comes from a mega bloodline. Bros of Zion
they both come from Polychrome, but with first half unders having the better dad, we were like, oh man, she might even be better than D-Gen's only. But no, and maybe the reason why that didn't happen was because her star roll wasn't as good as D-Gen's only.
Yeah, and she's turned out to be an okay breeder for us, though. So you want to talk? That's who the Dutch Auction's mom is, and again, this in for the minimum. So if you're looking for some juiced subgrades and you can take a small hit on the stars, this is your dude. Anyone else you want to highlight? We got our race in 2 minutes.
Yeah, Roman Surprise, because this is a horse that I mean, we've talked about he's ready to gig so much, but yeah,
we do have a Derby winner in at the minimum.
Derby winner at the minimum, so yeah, he's ready to gigs in there. So go nuts. But like, hey, basically, Commandant, Roman Surprise, he's ready to gig also. We're not really doing rebates on those. We put them in there at the minimum, like the discounts baked in. But the other stuff, if you bred with us, Dutch Auction and stuff, hit us up. We'll fucking throw you a kickback.
Yeah, what I'm telling people is like, let us know what you want to breed with. We'll figure out a bulk rate. Yeah. Basically, we're not going to give you onesies, but we'll if you're going to breed with 2 or 3 of the horses, we'll figure something out.
You know what, dude? I think we make it easy. I'll do the same deal that I do with somebody else, where it's like, if you buy 3, we'll rebate one of them and for free, completely free. So basically, buy 2, get 1 free with third time getting paid their end. So.
You mean like, yeah, so we rebate what we get paid.
We're not
for a 4,
yeah.
So if it's a 4K stud cover, we're making 2K. So if you buy 3 4K stud covers, we're rebating 2K, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So what do you want to say about Roman Surprise before the race is about? Let's pause. Race is going to start. Let's come back to this.
But she has elite stamina.
Oh, we're heavy favorites, Bowser. We're heavy favorites.
We're chalk here, big chalk.
Oh my God! Hold on, this thing's gonna break.
And we're off. And what do we got in my victory song, right out behind Glory, all the smoke to start out the gate. We got there's a lot of money on 2 horses here in this field.
Yeah.
Some of those other ones could be very interesting. But is my victory song doing what we thought this horse would? Now keep in mind, this is a turf race where it's the inside track on these tracks. So it's a little longer. 11 furlongs is basically 1.5 trips around the track. So maybe even a little more than that. But Fox on the Gold creeping up in there too.
Oh no, we're dropping back, Bowser. It's too low of a race. It's bored. It's like whatever.
It's like, but I think it's got Fox on the Gold though. This is a Charlie Chaplin kid we got. Charlie Chaplin being one of the all-time great horses in this game, winning both the right turf Artemis Cup and the left turf Harbor Classic as a left turf horse.
And Is My Victory Song is a Kingslayer kid as well.
Yes. District Judge Sherman T. Potter now up in second behind Fox on the Gold. As Fox on the Gold continues to pull away. But, who's creeping back up in here right now? Maybe we got the 10 horse Trujillo coming on
really strong.
Yeah, really making a move here. Just the mess getting involved. That A+ horse making an appearance. Now, it looks like Fox on the Gold really getting it done here.
The field's catching up
there, but everybody's catching up. Drop of Midnight now, passing him on the outside along with Trujillo and Just the Mess getting in there. Now, Fox on the Gold, is he going to have that late burst? It looks like he's about to pop, and so is everybody else. People are dropping back. People are pulling forward. This is chaos, but it looks like Trujillo is going to walk away with this thing.
Wow.
1 with Drop of Midnight, and is it going to happen? Just the Mess, A+ finishing third. Wow.
Oh, I love to see that.
Yeah.
Oh, and shout out to Puerto Rico. Kind enough to have me on the spaces with Ian the other week, maybe a month ago.
Now he's an SGPN Turf Classic champion.
Oh, congratulations! Nice little scoop. Wait, hold on.
Fourth is My Victory Song 8th, and
hold on. Let me go.
Fox on the Gold had a shot.
Yeah, once again, the horse that I said was definitely going to win did not definitely win.
And then the one I like.
But you see all the S pluses down at the bottom. It's all about, A+ we don't see too often, but it's all about the S minus. So congratulations. Congratulations to the champions.
Absolutely.
All right. Before we get out of here, a couple quick hitters on Roman Surprise.
Well, if you look, it's got heart and stamina big time. And I think it's on the higher end of finish, speed, start, maybe. And here's the thing is this horse only only won 3 times in 57 races, but he consistently hung around, and he competed for the Kingmaker as a 2-year-old back when they had that, right? He qualified for the Kentucky Derby as a 3-year-old and then won the High Court as a 4-year-old. Then we ran it back as a 5-year-old and he qualified for the High Court again. This was a very strong horse for us.
Yeah, again, winning we're calling the High Court a half a major, but winning this High Court it certainly changed the way that we looked at this horse. Yeah, and then honestly, the retirement was not that it was super surprising to see a good reveal, but this was very nice. And yeah, so just quick look at the bloodline. Oh, what do we see here again? Fazzoletti, Little Star.
Yeah.
And then on the parent side,
we're a little further removed where the stars are getting better on those bloodlines, So we get Dabrig, which is from Vaporize and DGens Only, which they were the same age and they were heavy rivals on the track that season.
Yeah, I believe Vaporize went on to win the Gallop that year. Double check that, but you see 9.
He's only finished 5th in the Kentucky Derby.
Hard to get to 900K in winnings. Back then there were some bigger races that went down, but yeah, won the Gallop with an 85 all the way back then. And yeah, this this is the kind of match that kind of makes me think of Commandant and -110, you know, like just two champions that were rivals on the track. Let's see what their kid looks like. Kid not that good. Hold on, kid not that good, but turning into good breeder.
Yeah, rivals on the track, but guess what? Okay, but a 16-year age gap. Now you just turned it into the plot of The Graduate, dude. Am I trying to seduce you, Mrs. Robinson? Are you trying to?
I mean, I'm a pro freedom guy, so whatever you're into.
Hey, you know, now we got to check to see if Kramer's name's on the flight logs. Everybody.
No, my name's definitely not on the logs. Maybe Bill Gates. We don't know.
He's definitely on there. But yeah, no. Hey, like I said, aesthetically, I agree with doing it just because they both won, or both. You know, like, hey, symbolically, it's worth it.
And you can see, like, he's ready to gig. Not as impressive as a subgrade role, but you know, strong stars and.
He just did.
I don't know.
Right. Hey, here's the thing. If he's ready to gig, the more I think about it, it's like he just did everything right at the right time.
Yeah, I mean, it won the Kentucky Derby on a sloppy track in a race that we were never going to win. Not in a million years did either one of us think we have a shot in this race.
No.
Took it down, and then
winning it so insane because we really were that surprised. Like,
and to show it wasn't a fluke, comes back and finishes second to the horse that came in place in the Derby. So they both showed that they were the true class of that 3-year-old crop. It was Elame was the other horse out of YSM.
Yeah,
but yeah, he's ready to gig. Available at the minimum. It's a Derby winner, $500,000, and whatever this finishing heart says, it's higher. You know, to me, this is a very close to both being SS.
Well, yeah, and I think the stamina is higher too than that S. If you
close to an S plus,
I think it's very close to an S plus, and I think the speed and the start probably closer to SS minus because that thing got out of the gate quick in a lot of races and held on. So I mean,
yeah, for sure. All right, any other anything else breeding wise you want to bring up?
No, I think we're good. But yeah, everybody, just make sure you're working your stars, especially in the turn and surface. Conditions not quite as important, but make sure you're dialing that stuff in because as these populations expand in the higher levels, that's what's going to separate the top. And when some more horses start hitting on SS in this, and because there's only an SS and right dirt firm right now. Once the other disciplines start getting SS horses, they're probably not going to have the great stars, and you're going to want to have the good star horses to breed up with them.
It's honestly the way that more that I've thought about it, it's a way that you can really close the gap to the top. Because if you come in hot and the first time you level yourself up, it's already filled with stars, it means you don't have to take that extra step.
Yep.
And I think that's like you're still going to make the choice to sacrifice stars for subgrades when it's something on the edge. But I think, you know, if you get that, if you can roll a little lucky on the stars when you get there, it certainly can allow you to close the gap faster. Ashton GT scores the first touchdown in Thursday Night Football. Lame.
All right, brother. Well,
you want to give out any props for the weekend? Parlays, whatever. What do you got? Anything?
I got some. You know what? Okay, I'm with you on the closer eye special this week of taking the Washington Commanders plus 8.5 at home against Detroit. I like that. Oh man, I'm so. Hold on. Okay, dude, I like Texas Tech against BYU. I think they're going to lay it on them. I also like Indiana. I'm call me Chalky White this week. I like Indiana minus 15 against Penn State. I think that's a bloodbath waiting to happen. And normally I give out these crazy money line parlays. Today I'm just doing it the exact opposite.
It's fine.
Yeah, you know, let's be fun with it. And dude, no, I'm not taking ECU minus 28.5. But that's hilarious. Actually, here's a dog for you. I like the Delaware Blue Hens at home getting 5.5 against Louisiana Tech.
All right. Well done, Bowser.
Sprinkle the money line plus 185.
I'll include a couple bonus plays from the weekend. A little college basketball for you, Bowser.
Ooh.
St. John's loves Gonzaga and UCF at home. For let's see, what else do we have? We can spray the board with some college football. Give me Texas A&M laying the points. Give me Texas Tech laying the points, and give me Iowa. Love that on the money line too. I think Oregon going to Kinnick is crazy.
That's a really good one. The sick kids are going to be happy that day.
Very true. Love Oregon. The Duck doesn't like the sick kids. Real asshole. And then in the NFL, I do it every week, but I love the Jags this week. Love the Ravens this week, and gross play on the board. Give me the Jets win outright.
I like those too. I can co-sign those. Those are
all right, Bowser. Well, while we were talking, if you're not watching the screen, I did decide to fire up the He's Ready to Gig.
I'm watching it right now, and I'm reliving the glorious moment. Where
really just a dominant performance. The sun glistening off the rain.
When he's on the back stretch there, it was like, all right. And then he comes into that final turn, and you're like, okay, he's got a good lead, but these horses gain on you. And then he hits this final stretch with just fucking gusto.
Fuck you. He's doing all the pumps like Rico Dowdle.
He knows that he's got this thing. Like, I really believe he's got a little brain in there. He knows he's got this thing. He knows he's got the cool red coat.
Dog.
He knows he looks like Secretariat. Secretariat, and wins the fucking Kentucky Derby.
What a beautiful.
Is that was a top 10 time, and I believe the third best soft track time in the Kentucky Derby.
So sloppy, yes, that is correct. That is correct.
So third best sloppy for a firm horse, not too bad.
Bowser, let's get a fucking sprint. Next time you see us, we will be, assuming we both have returned from our journeys, we will be live next Saturday, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. on the East Coast, and we will go all the way through probably about 6:30 Pacific for the SGPN Dirt Classic, which is a free roll. You gain access to it if you are in the Turf Club. How do you get in the Turf Club? Breed with our horses, buy our horses, sign up using our code SGPN, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/turf club. And so we'll be live for about an hour and a half, all the races, all the bets. I'm sure we'll also have some college football takes, some NFL going on as well. Bowser, good luck with your college football, college basketball, NFL bets this weekend. I know you don't bet on the NBA, so I didn't include that. I'm not an idiot.
I just realized I haven't placed any college basketball bets this week. I've been so dialed in on action and college football during the week. It's hard. But I'll be definitely betting basketball this weekend. Don't worry about that.
Well, good luck with the bets. If you want to breed with our stuff, hit us up. Like I said, we're doing bulk discounts on the non-champions. And if you are interested in a blood pack, Bowser, give everyone a quick, like, what does it mean to, what do they do to reach out and
right
get
now
involved?
We have a lot of good mares that we're not using. And as you see, we've got championship blood in our stable. We're willing to, basically you send us the money, and then we take a small percentage off the top, and then use our mares with our studs to breed you the best combos that we can, that we're not kind of putting together right now. And then I lend you the pregnant horse, and you'll get the full at the when the next season starts, and then I'll pull the horse back, and then we can do it all over again if you want. So it's sweet.
Yeah, so
done it a couple times. He vouches for it. Like, it's and these things are a good way to get new blood into your stable, so you don't get too stale too. So,
and Bowser buried the lead, but essentially the benefit to you is that you are only having to essentially pay those in-house costs versus out of house costs. Again, small percentage, but it's definitely worth it. I mean, I would say you probably the last blood pack, you probably got him a solid, like, it's not quite, it's almost 2x. You're basically getting 2x what you would on the open market.
Yeah. So
We just keep watching. He's ready to gig win. It's fabulous. It's fabulous. It's just on a loop. And I don't even know if I want to. I wonder. We're gonna have Sweetwater give us a report on how these horses are doing.
You're gonna be like Roy Finkel and Ace Ventura, just sitting there in the room with the film, just watching the same highlight over and over again. Like that's how we're gonna find you in 30 years, just watching this on a loop.
Have you heard from Sweetwater recently?
I have not.
Oh, I hope he's still banging the drum. I do not see I don't see any horses racing.
I recently, I think last time was like Foals Day. Usually check in on Foals.
Yeah, I see no foals in his. Oh, all right. We'll have to follow up with Sweetwater. Hopefully, he's okay. Could be. Maybe I'm in the wrong. You know what? This can't be the right stable. This person signed up in 2024. No. What's his stable called? Oh, it's Sweetwater Stables. I'm an idiot.
So you got to type the exact.
He's here. He's healthy. He's healthy. Yeah, we're gonna have to get a full report from him on how the horses. My God, he's got a lot of horses in his stable, Bowser. He looks like he's gone full addict.
Yeah, he's gone. He's one of us.
Oh, he's raced 375 times. Very nice. Yeah, we'll have to get a full report on him on how the foals we've created for him are doing. And we just gave away some foals. We just gave away some horses. I think we should plan on doing that. We've listed a bunch of horses, Bowser, and maybe we select one or two and give it away on the Derby stream next week.
Sounds good. All right. I don't feel like watching this a third, fourth time.
Sounds good then. Let's get out of here. Good luck this weekend. Enjoy the races. We will be back in a week. Until then, let it ride.
Let it ride.